Brats, I know there's still a large group of you out there who use a bath rug, who use nothing, who use those interlocking squares, and you still don't think you need a VR mat specifically. I will say, I thought that for a long time. I didn't use one either. Once I got one, now I never want to go back to not having a dedicated VR mat where the interlocking squares don't break apart if I get to playing too hard, where it doesn't slide around the room, where it just always stays, and I know I'm safe anywhere I go on that mat. Proximat has sent us an even bigger edition of their new mat. Looks like it's made out of a little bit different material. Well, let's check this out, see if it's better than the old ones or the other mats we're using. $65. Size comes at a price. Always make sure with something like this, some kind of plastic that's dangerous and hard to open, that you use that small sharp unboxing knife when you do it so you don't hurt yourself or anyone around you. It's always nice to risk the new product you're cutting into while you're at it. It's got that fresh rubber smell. Whew. It's got a lot of smell, wow. For those of you who don't know, we're in a room here. We got padding all around us, small, not a lot of ventilation. So this straight to the face is a little strong. Look at that though. So just like the old one, the original one that I have, they put these weird pads on it to help you like find your center, find your front. What I ended up doing on mine is I took this one out and just left it as a tiny little hole, so I knew that one was the center. So I know I can go ahead and do that now. I just don't love this thing. It's a little too thick. If you're in a rush and you just step fully on it, it doesn't feel nice on your heel. I leave the front one because that one's a lot smaller and you barely ever step on it being at the very front. I like the new pattern they've got going on. We'll take this and we'll go do some actual testing in the garage. But one thing I gotta say, even touching with my hand, I feel like this new texture, if you're barefoot, it's not gonna stick to you like the old one did. The old one would stick to your feet and you kind of get that peeling it off feeling. This one feels like there might be a little bit, but it definitely feels like this was a better thought out top design. It's nice and thick like the other one was. Comes with some random crap. Comes with these sticky Velcro pads. These are meant to go on the bottom if you're using it on carpet and it tries to slide around on you. Although I'll say at 6 pounds and being all rubber, I really don't think you're gonna have an issue with this thing sliding around on your carpet, but they provide those just in case. And they provided us a sticker telling us this is the fitness edition and the VR esports edition. So it's both somehow. And of course your strap, that if you're gonna wrap this thing up like a yoga mat and carry it somewhere, that's a little convenient for that. I don't ever use my strap. I just pick the whole thing up and throw it somewhere. Let's take this thing over and do some testing with it, try it in some active games, and then get back at you with some final thoughts. We'll also compare it to our other ones over there, really give you a good feel for what the difference is in these VR mats. So we're out here in the garage right now. We got 3 different mats. We got the Asterion Origin. This is a neoprene top, rubber top mat, big square one, about the same size as this new Proximat that we've been testing out, except of course this one's round, doesn't have any raised edges like this one does to warn you if you're getting close. And then the original Proximat, which I've been using in the garage for quite a while. I did some off-cam testing, barefoot testing because ew. And I gotta say, I was totally wrong about thinking this one would be any better. It's actually worse than this one for the stickiness test. Like I stepped on it, I hadn't even started exercising yet. I just stepped on it once and immediately just felt like my foot was stuck to it and then peeled it off. That may not bug everybody, but I hate that feeling when I'm like in Beat Saber and you're moving and your feet just keep sticking and pulling off. As far as barefoot mats go, Asterion's still the only way to go. If you like to play barefoot all the time and you don't like your feet sticking, it's the only one that you won't stick to. This one also surprising, I really love the extra space it gives you when you're moving around. You don't step off the mat very often. It's really a lot of room, but it's actually less squishy than this mat. This mat is still more comfortable. It feels nicer. You got the good texture on top too, so you don't ever feel like you're gonna slip. This one, you start to get a little sweaty and it gets a little more slippery and it just is harder. They're the same thickness, but this one just squishes way easier. I mean, it's almost more like how you see those commercials with the memory foam where you push in and it kind of slowly comes up. Where this one, it's rock hard. It's very hard to push in and it doesn't stay down at all. You can see it rebounds as quick as my fingers come off it. So, why buy this mat? I like the size, I like the weight, it doesn't move around on you. Beyond that, there is nothing about this mat I like better than that mat or that. Both the original Proximat and the Asterion mats, I think still have more pluses. The only reason I'd get this one is if you have a really big play space, you're really moving around a lot and you want a mat that's got a little extra room to maneuver. That's the only reason I'd recommend this over either of those. So I will leave a link for those of you out there with that in it, that you just want a bigger one, but know that it's pretty hard. If you're someone who wears shoes, it's not gonna matter really which mat and how soft they are, or if you're someone who has your mat on carpet and not hard hard floor, it also isn't gonna matter as much. But if you're on concrete especially, or even hardwood floors, I would probably say go with the original Proximat for the comfort. Or if you're on carpet and not a hard floor and you like to play barefoot, I would go with the Asterion Origin. So I'll leave links in the description to all 3 of them so that you know, okay, this is this one, this is that one. That's everything I got for you. We got more mats coming, so you'll be seeing more on the channel. We'll have some big comparisons of a bunch of mats once we get them all in. So hopefully I'll find the perfect mat, but so far these each have their case use and I'm gonna use all of them. But what do you think? I know a lot of you don't think you need a mat at all, but I'm telling you, once you try one, you may never be able to go back. Let me know in the comments and I will see you in another reality.